Thank you for helping me out today. Before we started this lesson, everybody took a little spelling test. And from that spelling test, there were a couple of spelling rules that we kind of made some mistakes on that I want to help you remember how to do. Okay, so Lily, can you read, what does this first word say?
Clapping.
Okay, and Grace, what is that second word?
Writing.
Writing. Okay, so these were a couple of the words that we didn't spell correctly on the pre-spelling test. Okay, so there's some rules to help you remember. What do you notice that's different about these words, and what is the same?
They both end with ing.
They both end with ing, so that's the same. And what's different?
One has a short vowel and one has a long vowel.
Correct. Which one has the long vowel?
Long vowel is writing.
Okay, and then what else do you notice? What happens after the short vowel and after the long vowel?
They double on the short vowel, they double the next letter.
Okay, so you can see two P's in clapping, but then the consonant here is only one D in writing. Okay, so we're going to watch a video. That's kind of hard to remember, but there are rules that go along with that. You know, in English there's spelling rules, and sometimes there's a lot of exceptions to those rules. But this is a rule that's really going to help you out, I think. So I'm going to show you a short video, and Evie, I'm going to turn it around my camera, lady, just so that you can kind of see it too. Now, I'm going to warn you, this video is super cheesy, but it is like a wrap to help you remember this rule. And by the end of this video, I think we're going to be able to remember these rules. But it's really hilarious because it has these people dressed up like cats. Okay, so let's see if we can go here.
Are you ready to add
Can you see it,
suffixes?
Dominic?
Here we go. If a word ends short vowel consonant, like run and hop, then we
They sound Australian, I think.
double the last letter before adding ed or ing. It works for every letter but two. Never double the X and never double the W. If a word ends short vowel consonant, like run and hop, then we double the last letter before adding ed or ing. It works for every letter but two. Never double the X and never double the W. Skip
One more time.
becomes skipping. Slip becomes slipping.
You can say it along with me.
Ring becomes ringing. Dig
Hey, that's a word.
becomes
You
digging.
can back off the
If
camera
a
a bit.
word ends short vowel consonant, like run and hop, then we double the last letter before adding ed or ing. It works for every letter but two. Never double the X and never double the W.
One more time.
Short vowel consonant, like run and hop, then we double the last letter before adding ed or ing. It works for every letter
Every letter but what, Grace?
but
Two.
never double the X and never double the W.
Now you got it, Dominic.
Skip becomes skip.
This is easy now.
Becomes slit.
See it double the P?
Ring
Wait, that's
becomes
a
rigged.
rigging?
Becomes
That's a word?
Oh, here comes Doug. That was the exception.
run and hop, then we double the last letter
Before adding what?
adding ed or
ing.
works for every letter
Every letter but two.
but
Two. Which ones?
never double
The X.
and never
Double the W. Very good. All right, now you got, every time you have a spelling test, you're gonna picture dancing cats, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dancing cats with human hands.
I know. So sometimes these raps really help. You know how all of you, I know you, and you remember the song lyrics to like every song. You can sing the whole song. So sometimes when we have a spelling rule or another kind of academic study to do, learning these kind of rhyming songs or these raps really help that stick in your mind. So even for me, even for grown-up songs, sometimes stick in your mind more than just somebody telling you. Okay? So we are going to try this out now to see how well you can choose whether we keep a single consonant in the middle or whether you need to double the last consonant sound. Okay, so each one of these is a word sort. And you're going to, first of all, you're going to put these out in front of you and turn them all face up. And then you're going to find the two that have a red word. And those ones with the red word, they're going to be at the top. Those are going to be your two columns. So you're going to put the red word at the top. That's right. So Lily found one.
Where's this one with her? I only have one.
You should have two that have a red word. There it is. You found it. Turn them all face up. We can see all
Why is
the
this one
words.
really big?
I didn't cut them the same way.
They all should be
Yeah.
facing
And you can
me.
spread them out a little bit if you want a space between. So you need to make two columns. We're going to spread this out a little bit. Okay. Now you can just. I'll take the guidance for you. Out of the way. So yeah, you're going to put your two red ones on the top like that and make two columns. Okay? And have them spread out enough that they won't kind of get mixed up. So we'll spread them out like that. All right. So now you're going to do your word sort, and each one of your little cards is either going to go under the long vowel word, like coping, or the short vowel word, like winning. Okay? So at your own pace, you can go ahead and start sorting those out. Where do these words go? Short vowel and long vowel. Now we know the short vowel is going to do what normally?
Make like the sounds
Uh-huh.
of like example, hopping o, aw.
Right. And then you do what to the consonant sound? Double it. All right. Okay. And even if you will just stay back and do the full shot now. Okay. So we're gonna do these on our own, and then we're gonna kind of discuss them, okay, with each other, and we'll explain our thinking.
Is this telling or tiling?
What do you think it is, based
Tile.
on? Okay. We'll discuss it after, so if you have any questions. So just use the rule that we just learned to see if you can figure it out, even if it's a word you're not familiar with.
I love this one. That's so weird.
And I'm just gonna take some notes as I'm watching you do it. You guys are the quietest students I've ever had. I'm thinking. That's good. You just didn't have have room for those two at the bottom, so that one goes here and that one goes there. Is that how you have that?
The
Okay.
same.
Just a couple more. Almost don't have room on the table, do you? I'll have to, you think about the next one, I'll move them up. Okay, all done? All right, so I was watching you do this. You guys did a great job. Thank you so much for doing this so well. But there was a couple of things I was watching you kind of think and move them around. So I have just a couple of questions I want you to talk about your thinking. So when we're learning, it's so good if we can learn to say and explain our thinking. So Lily, the first thing I noticed is this word right here. Originally, you put this word over here under the short vowel. So why did you decide? Can you explain why you decided to move this word? And what do you? Can you read that word for me? And why did you decide to move that?
So I thought the word was dotting until I felt that. I noticed, oh well, that must be dotting and that must be doting.
Why do you think this is dotting and that's doting?
Double T, and that means short vowel, and then only one T, and that means that it's a long vowel.
Okay, all right. And then the other one you moved was this one you had in the middle. And what does that say?
Striping.
Okay.
Stripping.
And so why could you not decide which column that should go in?
Because at first I just like reading the word, but then I actually looked at like the rule and so
And you decided it went there. For what?
stripping.
Okay, so let me see the word. How do you spell that word? So if it were stripping, following our rule, you can stay back a little. Following our rule, what would it be?
Two P's.
Two P's, if it's a short vowel sound, right? So where should that one go? So what column should that go in? All right, let's see. Grace, why did you put, sorry, it's hard for me to read upside down. Why did you put this word in this column? Can you explain your thinking?
What word?
This one. Can you read that word and tell me why you put it in that column?
I mixed them up.
You mixed them up? Why? Tell me. Why do you think you mixed them up?
I didn't put the right ones in the right column. I
Why
reversed them.
Why? Why do you think that?
I wasn't paying attention.
No, why do you think that you put this in the wrong column? I'm not saying you did. Just
No,
tell me
I
your
think
thinking.
I put the long ones in the short column.
No, you got that part right. This is the short vowel.
Yeah,
What's this word?
that's hopping.
Hopping. So that's a short vowel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got that in the right column. And then where's the match with the long vowel on this side?
It's right here.
So what is that?
So that is
Hoping. And that's the long vowel. So yeah, you got those right. So what's the rule again that you would put the hopping in the short vowel? Like you did. You got them correct. So what's your thinking with that? Remember the dancing cats.
I looked at them.
And this is the short vowel. So
Yeah.
you knew you had to do what with the middle letter?
Add it together.
Double it, right?
Yeah.
And then add the ending, the suffix ing.
Yes.
So yeah, you did that. And I think, I'm trying to look upside down, but I think you actually got them all right. Can you look, Lily? Can you double check Grace's work? Because I can't see it upside down. And then Dominic, let's see. What is this word? This was kind of a hard word because it's a word that you may not be familiar with. And you put this under the short vowel sound, so what would that word say?
Tilting.
Without a T in the middle.
Tile.
No, you had the short vowel right. Say it without the T in the middle. Not tilting, but
Tilling.
tilling. Have you ever heard of that word tilling?
Nope.
Okay, tilling is what like farmers do when it means to mix up the soil. But you knew how to read it because you knew that rule. That was a short vowel. And how did you know that must be a short vowel?
Because
What's in the middle there?
the two L's.
Yeah, the two L's. So you know if it's doubled with the ing, remember the dancing cats, that had to be a short vowel. So even though it's a word you didn't know and might not have been familiar with, that U says tilling, so you put that in the right column, and you got them all right as well. Yes, ma'am.
I'm
Lily,
not
what did you
sure,
say?
but I thought don't.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we said Grace put this word. You want to hold that one up so I can see it?
This
right
one?
side up. Yeah.
Did you say it was this one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. So tell me, Lily, why you think that might not be in the right
Because
place.
it has two T's and
Mhm.
one's in this long vowel should be one T.
So you put that one in the short vowel, right? And so how do we say this word?
Dotting?
Dotting, right. So is a short vowel, so that should then be moved into this one, right?
Yep.
Good catch there, Lily. Good job. Okay. Do you guys have any questions for me about the word sort? Is there any one of the words that you have a question about, or don't know how to say, or don't know what it means? We're good? Okay. So then I'm going to give you a little exit ticket to go to see how well you remember this. So if you will do me a favor and put your word sort cards back in the baggies. See if you can get them all back in without dropping them on the floor. And then Grace, if you will, I didn't get enough pens, so if you will just grab me a couple of Sharpies from that bag.
Do you want pencil sticks?
It's fine. They're just doing a little quick exit ticket, thanks.
But those are my Sharpies.
Well, we're gonna use them real quick.
We have pencils.
Okay,
Probably
either
be
way.
better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see the pencils up there. That'd be good. That way you can change your mind.
How many do we need?
3. All right. So have you done? I know Lily's done exit tickets before. Have you guys done exit tickets before in class?
No.
It's like a super quick little mini test. Have you done them, Dominic?
I've done them before, but it wasn't like this.
Okay, so exit tickets can be just anything to help your teacher know, like what you've learned from the lesson and what we might need to review in the next lesson. So on this exit ticket, there's just 5 questions, and all I want you to do is read the sentence to yourself silently, and then you're going to have in the middle, on the underline, you're going to have a choice of 2 words, and you're going to see it follows the rules. It's either going to be the long vowel word or the short vowel word, okay? And you're going to circle which one that you think is the best that makes sense in that sentence, okay? All right, so go ahead and you can put your name at the top if you want, and then you can go ahead and just read carefully and choose which word makes the most sense in the sentence. And I used your names in the sentences, you can tell. And if you need help, let me know. So remember, if there's a single vowel in the middle, then that's going to be the long vowel sound. So number 1 would be writing or ridding. Okay? And follow that pattern the rest of the way through.
Yeah, because something like the short one just clicked for reading. This one for some reason just said right.
What? You think you got that one right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason this just said reading, and that one said
Oh,
right.
it looks like reading,
Yeah.
and that looks like writing. So remember, if it's going to be a long vowel like writing, right? Like ice, that's a long vowel. It's going to have a single consonant. We're not going to double that. So which one says writing? Because if it's got a double consonant, it's going to be a short vowel like I. So do you want to ride the horse or rid the horse?
No.
That means something different, right?
Spelling and phonics were the worst classes that I had.
That's okay. That's why we're practicing.
I'm not good at this.
You think you're going to change that one?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good, because really learning means making mistakes and correcting our thinking of how we think about things, right? You can't learn anything if you don't make mistakes. And also, if you already know everything, there's no reason to go to school, right?
Yeah, no school for me.
Well, this is part of my school right now. That means I'm still a grown-up and I'm still learning things, and part of my school is this homework, so we'll all learn together. Okay, so Lily is hoping to own a donkey someday. Okay, what about number 3? Oh, this is a double. Did y'all get both parts of number 3? That was a tricky one. I put a double. Grace was blank because she was mad that she couldn't watch TV until she was done blank the kitchen floor. So one is moping and one is mopping. Which is which? You're gonna double check that one? Double check it. So remember the long O is gonna be a single consonant.
Oh, that was P.
The vowel is the O. Right? So one has the double P, one has the single P. What does moping mean?
Sobbing. Like,
Kind of, that's the right emotion. Maybe not quite to the point of sobbing, but if you're moping around the house, what does it mean?
sad.
Yeah, you're just not happy, right?
Yeah.
You're sad, you're blah. Lily's acting out the moping.
This one?
So remember, if it's a short vowel, it's going to say ah, and it's going to have the double consonant. And if it's the long O, it's going to say O and have the single consonant. Class?
So this
Mm-hmm. Moping, right? Because you couldn't watch TV until she was done what? Well, she needed to get done moping first, but then she needed to be mopping, right? Yep, mopping. Mm-hmm. Exactly. All right. So Evie felt proud when people were clapping after her performance, right? So which one says clapping with a short vowel?
This one?
Mm-hmm. Why?
Because I don't know. Because it's reversed in this one. You think it was this one, but it's really this one.
And why is it really that one? What's in the middle?
1P?
Yeah, and this one has two P's, right? And when it's a short vowel, apping, we need the two P's, right? All right, last one's about you. Dominic was what? How fast he could run.
Timing.
Timing. So which one says timing? You need the long I. So do you double it after a long I? Or do you double it after a short I? Okay, let's sing our song. When a word has short vowel consonant.
What?
You always double the
Grace, you
next
didn't
letter.
sing the beginning of the song.
So last one. Short vowel consonant, you double, right? Then before adding ed or ing, right?
Long consonant, you don't double, no.
I think you're adding on to the rest, but that's right. Long vowel, you don't double. Short vowel, you double. So which one do you need? The long vowel or the short vowel to say timing?
The short
I.
one?
Like ice.
Short one?
What's a short I sound like?
Eh?
Does timing sound like it? Or does timing sound like I?
Wait.
Timing. So that's the long vowel, so you don't need to double it, right? Perfect. Now you got it. All right, good job, everybody. Thank you so much for helping me out. Hope that helps you out a little bit. I know it's summer, so I'm going to leave you alone now, but thank you so much for helping me with the lesson. Good job. Bye.